115 countries and 22 international organizations have presented their pavilions at Expo in the capital of Kazakhstan to showcase the essence of future energy, important events, innovative technologies, and the greenest projects in the program Astana Expo 2017.
Achievements and potential of women in issues of environmental protection, combating climate change, transition to the green economy, as well as reaching new goals of sustainable development 2030 were clearly demonstrated at the second International Forum on Future Energy, Women Business and the Global Economy. Successful representatives of the fair sex from all over the country and abroad came to Astana to participate in the forum. The forum's program included 3 panel discussions on topics of the role of women in the politics of sustainable development, the contribution of women to the development of science and green innovation, and women's green business initiations. Today we announce the launch of establishing international organizing committees for the 3rd International Women's Forum and Expo Women's Pavilion at Dubai Expo 2020.
Dubai Expo 2020.
There are also many women in the green business sector. The forum participants demonstrated that their representatives are present in all areas and spheres of activity. The exhibition site provided a unique opportunity for global integration of women's initiatives that will help improve the ecology. Also, it is a great chance to showcase social innovations and the huge potential of women in all the different spheres. We, several public organizations of the country under the auspices of the G Global International Secretariat, announce My Green Kazakhstan project. Our task is to promote installation of solar panels, collectors and pyrolysis furnaces as the first stage at all social facilities in Kazakhstan. Men too did not remain uninvolved. According to the commissioner of the International Specialized Exhibition Expo 2017 in Astana, women's care about the well-being of their children and grandchildren, the desire to preserve peace and harmony in their families and larger society serve as a great stimulus and motivation for women. Rapil Rashibayev noted that the exhibition management in the capital of Kazakhstan was pleased to support the organization and holding of the International Women's Forum. It is our pleasure to have events in the framework of our exhibition, demonstrating achievements and potential of women in the issues of environmental protection, climate change, transition to green economy, realization of social innovations, as well as achieving new goals of the UN Sustainable Development. The head of our state, in his national report on the fulfillment of international obligations in the field of protection of fundamental human rights and freedoms, noted that the welfare of the whole world and the cause of peace require the maximum participation of women on an equal footing with men in all areas. Women of Kazakhstan take active participation in political, economic and socio-cultural aspects of life in the country. They promote their own initiatives, develop business enterprises, create job vacancies, and introduce innovations based on foreign experience. Kazakhstan demonstrated significant achievements and achieved certain success in the area of observing rights and lawful interests of men and women, creating legal instruments and mechanisms to protect gender equality and promote the advancement of those principles. Female scientists, entrepreneurs, top managers at large companies, political and social figures of Kazakhstan, Russia, Finland and France in 2 days discussed a massive spectrum of issues and made several decisions, including the launch of My Green Kazakhstan project. As a reminder, the International Forum, Future Energy, Women, Business and the Global Economy was held for the 2nd time. For the first time, it was organized at the Milan Expo 2015.
As we know, any expo is a unique opportunity for international dialogue Expo Milano 2015 and its Women for Expo project. Later you'll hear directly from a representative of Milano for Expo Foundation. It was for the first time in Milano was institutionalized the commitment to women empowerment. The BIE General Assembly in November 2015 has approved the Italian proposal to include women empowerment as permanent attribute of future universal and international exhibitions. Therefore, we are very happy to see Expo Astana taking this commitment even further, and I hope our countries will cooperate together in order to put their experience at disposal of Expo Dubai 2020.
At the end of the forum, the ceremony of awarding the winners of the Republican contest was held, which is aimed at training unemployed women in the basics of green technologies and promoting the creation of green business in countryside. Each of 10 winners received a grant of $4,000 for the realization of her project. At the International Expo exhibition, Russia reveals its achievements and plans in the field of green economy on the example of several regions which have great energy potential. Acquaintance with the site of this country begins with an improvised portal, which represents the Urals. This area tells about the energy of plant growth and demonstrates the development of potassium fertilizers. Then visitors get to the Arctic. It is in this section of the pavilion that reveals its main theme. We claim that the Arctic is the region of the future for us, for our country. And the resources of this region have significance not only for our country, but for the whole world. Due to the nuclear energy, for example, we're domesticating the Arctic and its wealth, and the Northern Sea route too. As you might know, the Northern Sea route is the shortest one from East Asia to Europe for Russia. Therefore, the development of this path is strategically important for us. The same subject continues in the next room. There is a fragment of an iceberg in it, a huge block of ice that was brought from the Arctic. The main slogan of the exposition is, "Russia is the energy potential of the planet." On the northern route, besides the nuclear icebreaker and the tanker, the most northern Russian city, the city of Pevek, is represented. And as you have seen, a tugboat regularly moors a nuclear electricity station named after Lomonosov, which supplies electricity to the city of Pevek. In 2019, this station will become the most northern one, replacing the obsolete thermal power plant in the north of the country. In the Russia's pavilion, there is also a removable stand where the regions which were not included in the main content can present their achievements in the energy sector. Besides, the authors of the Russian exposition regularly hold interactive events such as an ecological twister and solving of puzzles depicting the armored tiger. Since the year 2017 was declared a year of ecology in our country, we're conducting some actions and events in the framework of the Year of Ecology in the pavilion. We had a fashion show of Margarita Bortnikova, a Russian designer who created a collection of ecological fashion. That is, its dresses, skirts, various feminine clothes from natural materials. She was inspired by the beauty of Russian nature. To date, the Russian pavilion is considered one of the most popular among visitors to Expo 2017 in Astana. For 2 months, it was visited by more than 500,000 people. Art lovers have a unique opportunity to visit artists. The Art Week of Apartment Exhibitions was held in Astana. Anyone could visit the workshops and the houses of the authors, breathe in the smell of paint, get acquainted with the masters, and even drink tea with them. The admission was free, so one only had to know the route of the event.
Зрители имели возможность тесного общения с художником, узнали о произведениях.
Viewers had the opportunity to communicate closely with the artist, learned about works, and the history of their creation. There were interviews with the artist, tables, of course, and receptions. Artists should come to visit home and communicate in that format. That is, we should make this event annual, so that people can get used to such format.
Вот этот формат, вот этот проект сделать ежегодным, чтобы люди к нему привыкали.
For several days, visitors were coming to the apartment of Carla Nur, a photographer, as well as artist workshops and even basements. Each participant has full freedom in organizing the space and the theme of her exposition.
Первый день выставки мы ходили в гости Карла Нур, фотограф. Она представила свою графику.
On the first day of this exhibition, we visited the photographer Carla Nur. She presented her graphic works, which she was not showing for 20 years. It was her early works, and at that apartment exhibition, we learned what an amazing graphic artist she is. Kızıl Kadmi showed us installations. It examined the issues of lost traditions, the transformation of a Kazakh family into a more closed one, the fact that it is way harder to visit family's home than it was used in the times of our grandparents. They discussed it as the loss of very kind and good customs.
Рассматривали вот эти вопросы утраты каких-то очень добрых, хороших традиций.
In one of the apartments, visitors can feel themselves the creators of contemporary art. A huge wall was served as an easel, while pencils and paints were the tools. Anyone could go back to the childhood when many wanted to draw on walls.
Вообще вот этот перформанс — это такая некая игра, как возвращение в детство.
In general, this performance is a game in its own way, a return to the childhood. As you have seen, there are many pencils and brushes. Today's performance gives an opportunity for everyone who wants to get immersed into the world of childhood, paint with the artist, examine combinations of colors, acquire knowledge in the issues of color and drawing.
В таких банальных вопросах, как рисунок, цвет.
Some novators presented report pictures and graphics, others showed videos on popular themes, and Ashat Ahmediyarov and Jibek Begutayev recreated a scene from a Western movie in front of the audience. Cowboys of the Wild West, as they fought in the street before a large number of spectators, with paint in their hands as the most effective weapon of artists. This performance was based on the words of my teacher, Vitaly Simakov. He used to tell me that art is a game and you should have a good time with it. And we wanted to do it in this straightforward format, as a performance.
Astana нуждалась в таком проекте, и я очень рада, что
Astana needed a project like this, and I'm very delighted to see the birth of expositions and exhibitions. We didn't have those, I think. This is my first time at the event like this, and we were in need of such a gallery. And I'm very happy that Aygul came up with this idea, when she can gather together authors and artists for them to realize their own projects.
авторов, художников для того, чтобы они, возможно, сделали какие-то совместные проекты.
According to the event organizers, if this outspoken format of exhibitions is liked both by the audience and the artists, then this art departments in Astana may become an annual event with a broader geography.